Well, have you heard about this? Free speech advocates, internet and technology giants, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Microsoft, reporting they plan to crank up efforts to combat online extremism. Stuff like hate speech, terror recruitment videos. You know what I'm talking about. It sounds pretty good, right? Perhaps on the surface, but it does raise serious questions about who decides what is or isn't extreme. And should we trust faceless multinationals to protect free speech over their own bottom lines? Joining me now, it's Fox News senior judicial analyst, Judge Andrew Napolitano. Welcome back, Judge.
Good to be with you, my friend.
So what are the First Amendment implications of something like this?
The First Amendment is leaving me a little unsatisfied here, and I love the way you introduced the segment. Why should we trust anybody, the government or a multinational, to decide what we're going to read and what we're going to hear? But to your question, and I think everybody knows this, the First Amendment only regulates the government. Even though it says Congress shall make no law, it's been interpreted to mean no government shall infringe upon the freedom of speech. So Congress can't, the courts can't, the president can't, the states can't, and local government can't. But that is only half the problem. Because Congress and the government can't interfere with speech, flag burning is legal because it's an expression of speech. Watching the videos of Anwar al-Awlaki trying to radicalize people and talk them into killing Americans, as horrific as they are, is perfectly lawful speech. So what happens when the entity that owns the medium, like Google or Facebook, decides it's going to censor speech?
Yeah.
Should we tolerate that censorship?
And who's deciding what is and isn't extreme?
Correct. Now, the free market, the true free market, would create another medium, a medium where nothing is censored. But, of course, there's the barriers to entry. There's the cost of entering the free market.
Especially when you've got multi-billion-dollar corporations.
Yes, exactly.
Like Microsoft and Facebook.
Exactly. So I'm unsatisfied and unhappy about where this will take us. I am happy that the present Supreme Court, even with Justice Scalia's seat empty, has been fiercely protective of freedom of speech. But again, that's half the problem. That only restrains the government. What would happen if book publishers refused to publish books that had hateful or incendiary speech in them? Do we really want to dumb society down? Or even worse, do we want some entity, some faceless, nameless, wealthy entity out there telling us what we're going to read, what we're going to watch, what we're going to listen to? To me, the answer to that is no.
And I worry that people are clamoring for an answer to these lone wolf terror attacks, like the kind in Ohio State, where the guy was online making certain statements, but nothing threatening and nothing illegal. But now there are a lot of people who are saying that the government should compel these companies.
Because when people are afraid, they opt for safety over liberty. And they have accepted the myth that the loss of freedom equals safety. It doesn't. It just equals bigger, stronger government. Often the government surveils us or curtails privacy or curtails freedom to give us the impression it is doing something. It doesn't keep us safer. It just makes the government bigger, fatter, stronger.
Yeah, it's like that old bumper sticker. Jesus is coming. Look busy.
There you go.
The government
Only you could summarize this argument like that.
Well, Judge, thank you so much for coming by. We're definitely going to keep an eye on this. Because
there's no answer to it.
Between this story, fake news, and the lone wolf attacks that you're absolutely right, no one has an answer to. We still have to keep a very vigilant eye, not only on government, but on these big companies that have so much control over our lives.
I'm happy to do that with you.
Thank you, Judge. I love it. Pleasure.